What are your thoughts about AFFH? Should it have been rescinded in this fashion? What do you think about the replacement? Are the concerns here valid?
Well, obviously there's some concerns possibly about the intent or how some people will view this new policy. However, the policy with the opportunity zone. But if you look at it on the other side, I look at the opportunity zone also as a place to rebuild the neighborhoods that may have been cut out before because the programs were going other place. And if you look at it from New York City in a gentrification lens, what happens in New York City is that we have a lot of people that have moved back to the neighborhoods anyway. So it's not like they were going away from the neighborhoods, but they moved back and they're building up the neighborhoods in which they moved into. And years ago or decades ago, they would have been seen in those neighborhoods, but now they are there. So the opportunity zone provides something to build up the neighborhoods that are there, as opposed to taking people to say, you come over here and you be there, as though coming over there is definitely going to make you something by going over there. So I can look at it the other way also and say, thank you, you're building up the other neighborhoods, and there's gentrification taking place in New York City in which people are moving back to these neighborhoods anyway. So I'm fine.
Rashawn, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think maybe it is a bit too early for us to criticize Trump? Sure, he may not have presented this in the nicest way, but maybe we need to actually study the newer policy more?
So I think we have to be very realistic about Trump's tweets, as well as what he's aiming to do with this legislation, with really rolling back this legislation. Really what it's aiming to do is roll back the progress that was made as it relates to the civil rights movement. We already know with Shelby versus Holder over the past decade that the Voting Rights Act has been dismantled. People are asking for a new Voting Rights Act to be named after the late now John Lewis. And when it comes to thinking about housing, we know that the Fair Housing Act from 1968, that of course other presidents, including President Obama, has doubled down on, is aiming to be dismantled by Trump. The bottom line is this: Trump is trying to pull out things from his hat to actually help voters try to get on board with him.